Hi, my name is Josefine, and whether you are new here or not, welcome to my YouTube channel. This week is really busy for me, so I have asked on my Instagram if you have any questions for me. Even though it's a really busy week, I still want to upload a video, especially now that I've gained quite a few subscribers, which is really fun for me. Thank you for that. But it's currently, I don't know if you can see it, it's 11 o'clock in the evening. I've been out walking all day and it's really cold outside, so I want to go to bed soon. But I also really want to make a video, and today is the only day that I can do that, so here I am. Anyhow, I did receive a few questions on my Instagram, so I'm just gonna sit here now and drink my tea in my cute cup and just answer the questions that you asked. Let's see. The first question that I got, I'm not sure if it's a question, but it says, explain your love story, please. PS, love your videos and content. Thank you. That makes me really happy. My love story is a tricky one. I think that if I were to write a book about it, it would be like 1,000 pages long, at least. Yeah, it's quite complex and complicated. I'm not gonna go like too deep into it, but me and my current boyfriend met when we were working together at a cafe. He was working part-time and I was assistant manager. When we first met, we were only friends and colleagues, but things at work were not that good. To make it sound less bad than it was not pleasant for anyone. And I think that we really bonded over that. So we hung out together a lot and we had a lot of common interests. Like we were both into zombie movies. So we watched a lot of zombie movies together. We both liked drinking beer, so we drank a lot of beer together. And over time, we ended up as a couple, to make it really simple. Yeah, we've been living together for a while now. First time I moved into the room that he was staying in when he lived with some other people. Eventually we moved to our own place. That was like an apartment in a basement. But we got mold all over and we had to move, and after that we found this apartment that we're living in now. I think that we've just gone through a lot together. We've seen each other very sad and very happy and very desperate and very depressed and so on. So yeah, we bond on a lot of levels. We're both into music, we're both very creative, we both want to evolve as people, and we're really open-minded, so I think that that's at least what makes it work now. Next question. I got 2 questions from a colleague. The first one I'm not gonna even... It's very inappropriate, so I'm not gonna say it. But the other one is, who is your most sexy and favorite colleague? I am the only correct answer here. So yeah, obviously, Jenny, it's you. Next one is favorite childhood TV show. Well, childhood was a long period of time, and I loved many different TV shows because that's kind of my entire childhood. I only watched TV most of the time. When I was really young, I loved Rugrats. And I watched a lot of Cartoon Network, so it was like Ed, and Eddie and Cow and Chicken and stuff like that. That's like, when I look back at it now, it's really weird that I was looking at that because that was some weird stuff, you know. Like the parents who only had like the lower part of their body, they didn't have an upper part of their body, they didn't have faces and arms. That's really weird. But I also, like, my younger brother is 11 years younger than me. So I guess I was still a child. And we watched a lot of like SpongeBob SquarePants together. Even though it wasn't my favorite show, but I think that most of my favorite like TV related moments were watching SpongeBob SquarePants with my younger brother. So I think that that's my final answer. Next question is from a friend of mine who is saying, if I moved to Oslo tomorrow, how would our day look? What would we do? I get so sentimental when she proposes this scenario to me because I miss her so much. Like, I miss her every second of every minute of every hour of every day, all the time. I think that we would just do everything that we used to do when we were living in Oslo together. But I think that I would probably like value the time together more now, especially like during this pandemic, and I haven't been allowed to leave the country for a year now, basically, and that also means that I haven't been able to meet my Swedish friends because I live in Norway and most of my friends live in Sweden, so I usually go and meet them in Sweden or they come to me and visit. But we haven't been able to do that at all for a very long time, so I think that if she came here tomorrow, I would just like not leave her out of my sight. I would just put her in my sofa and then we would have like a movie marathon all day and just like drink beer and talk about memories and life and the future, and we always get really deep when we're together, so I think that that's my dream scenario, just having her here and watching movies and talking about stuff that you're not supposed to talk about. Next question. So my camera died. I think it's a sign telling me that I should probably go to bed soon, but I'm gonna answer a few more questions before I go to bed. And the next one is from a person who is asking 2 questions. 1, what is that accent you have? And 2, have you ever kissed a girl? The accent I have, I would assume is just, you know, the fact that I am from Sweden. English is not my native language, even though I have lived abroad and I've been speaking a lot of English in my life. I still struggle a bit with switching from one language to another. I've lived now in Norway altogether, it's about like 7 or 8 years, but I still struggle sometimes to speak, like to decide in my head what I'm gonna speak, if that makes sense. I think in Swedish and then I sometimes need to change up a few of the words to make sense to other people, and it's basically the same in English. I think in Swedish and then I translate it and then it comes out and it's not always perfect. 2, have you ever kissed a girl? Yes, I have kissed many girls, many times. The last question that I will be answering is, what is something you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet? Ooh, that's a tricky one. I mean, there are many things that I would like to learn and things that I would like to, you know, have done. I want to be able to say that I have done it. I've always been like that. So I would like to, you know, go bungee jumping. I would love to jump out of an airplane and I would love to learn another language or stuff like that. But for me, like where I am in my life right now, the one thing that I really want to learn is to love myself and to be my own best friend. And it might sound a bit weird, it might sound a bit cringy, but that's really where I'm at. Like that's something that I'm really trying to prioritize in my life right now. I am quite dependent on other people's approval and for other people to come up and give me a hug. And I would love to just be able to give myself a hug, you know? So I think that that is my answer. I want to learn to really love myself. Okay, I think it's time for me to go to bed now. But I just want to thank you so much for watching this video. I am really happy that you are here. If you'd like to join my fantastic, cute little family here on YouTube, you can go over and subscribe. That would make me really happy. And I hope that I will see you in my next video. Bye.